Man, I mean, that I don't want to ask anything more because I feel like you've given me like I don't want to overcomplicate things. You know what I mean?
Bro, it's a simple. I tell people, man, a lot of people want to make it so hard.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing hard to being a great athlete.
yeah,
Do it right. Do it over and over and over and over again right. And then shut your brain off in performance time and go perform. Okay.
yeah.
That's it. But a lot of people won't do the work to get the little things right. Like I told you, I lost a challenge match that first year because I couldn't escape. So I did 45 minutes of stand-ups for a month straight. And then I came back in challenge match and I was banging, right? No longer did I just get face ground in the mat for a whole period. I was able to escape pretty easily then. Okay. So go get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, get your injury back. But like, I'm gonna tell you this 6 months, you could make a quantum leap in wrestling by just getting your mind right. Okay. The second thing I'm gonna tell you, and I think this is a huge advantage, you have unlimited access to Flow, correct?
Yep.
You have unlimited access to watch all the world championship matches out there. Go watch them. Because every match you watch, you get better. Okay, you'll see a new, like I've been working the Russian Thai arm throw series because I got a nasty jab wizard, but I only learned it from an underhook, right? Like they have an underhook, you lock them, but
Yep.
now I can throw it from an over tie, I can throw it from a collar tie, right? Like I'm in a collar tie, I just throw jab wizard. It's like I'm like, damn, man, like I didn't have YouTube, right? Like
Yeah. Yeah.
unless you had the dude from Oregon State that was throwing jab wizards all the time, you didn't have nobody to tune it up. You know?
Yeah.
Now you got unlimited access to all of these world-class matches. You know, shoot, go win a world championship. Do that a couple times in your mind. Watch the matches. Say, okay, man, we get ready. Walk around the house, right? Take a day. Say, hey, man, we're going to go wrestle in the world championship today. Put your mind already in that position so when you get there, it's old hat, it's behind you. Because you got some anxiety, sports anxiety, all that stuff. The only way you can deal with it is if you do it more. Make your body accustomed to that stress level so then it becomes accustomed to it and then it's not stressful anymore. Make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, you're from Washington State, so you can ask as many questions as you want. What you got next?
Oh man, I mean, you know how Washington State is. We're kind of in like a bubble, man. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like it's so impressive that you did what you. That's why I knew I had to call you because in Washington we don't got college wrestling there. Like
But we
it's
did when I was there. So Washington State was still wrestling. Okay.
okay.
But I tell people this. Washington State, all we care about is winning. Don't like I won the University of Washington Science Fair 3 years in a row. All my boys came and cheered me on. They scared the nerds so bad, like nerds like, oh, and I'm winning the engineering competition going away, right? All they
Yeah.
care about is winning in Washington State. All we care about is really competing.
Yeah.
Okay. And then our wrestling's okay and our
Yeah.
football's okay, right? We're a little slow in football and we're okay in wrestling. We ain't great, right? Like when I went to prep school, there were 6 state champions and 6 runner-ups. Runner-up from Pennsylvania and a runner-up from Iowa might have been the 2 best wrestlers on the team. I lost one match. The heavyweight went undefeated, and the heavyweight was a 3-time Oklahoma State champion, right? Like Danny Hicks was a 3-time All-American in college. Like they just Oklahoma, Iowa, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, Ohio, even Illinois. Their high school programs is different. You know what I'm saying? It's a different beast. But my Washington State title held up just fine when I went against some dudes. You know, it's the work ethic more than anything else. But yeah, we in a bubble. Go ahead.
So what made you go from wrestling and playing football to the SEALs?
So I grew up in Fort Lewis.
Okay.
I grew up in Steilacoom, right? I
Yep.
tell everybody, like I had out of my 10 friends, 9 of their dads were E9s. 2 of my dads were sergeant majors of regiments. So, dog, I'm gonna be big at Baracus, man. 18, Army Ranger, Green Beret. Like I got tabs in my kit. I had to go do this photo shoot this morning. In my kit right over here, I got tabs. 2nd Ranger bat, Army Ranger tabs. because that's what I was going to do probably third grade on. And then I got to, I went to the Naval Academy because they had a better wrestling team and had engineering. And I should have went to West Point. Like, West Point's a better school. But I went to the Naval Academy because they had sailboats on the cover. It was just an uneducated decision, okay? And then the first day I was there, Jim Galladay won a Bronze Star for Panama. He was a SEAL on the runway in Panama. I was like, yo, what's that? I'm like, oh, okay, well, let's go do that. So it was a 7-year journey. Like, I didn't get it out the Naval Academy. So I had to go to ships. I went to ships for 2 years. It was awesome. I killed it. And then I went SEALs for 4 years, and it was an eye-opening experience. I thought it was kind of rough when I was in, but now I realize that life's a lot rougher than that. So I learned a bunch of phenomenal kind of – I tell people this. Going to be a Navy SEAL made me a 5 times better athlete, all from a mental capacity standpoint. All from the whole ability to be able to manage stress, apply what you've learned, turning sports think off. All of that stuff manifested itself in the SEAL teams because you're doing stuff that could kill you at any moment. And so it's always stressful, and you just get used to it, and pretty soon you're able to perform in it. But yeah, it wasn't no crazy thing. It was just me saying, hey man, I'm gonna be a Navy SEAL, period. Right? Like, let's go do it. So, and then in '98, I became the first African-American graduate from SEAL training, African-American officer to graduate from SEAL training in 9 years. So,
damn.
Yeah. Not a big deal. That's a long time ago, man. We on to the next thing. All right, what else you got, Morgan?
Oh man. Okay, last one I got for you. When you talked about like staying in that zone where you're reacting.
Yep.
And like when you were on the teams and you were in that zone, how do you maintain that? Because it's like things can take you out of it. Like there's been a match where like a guy does something, you know what I mean? Like takes you off your game a little bit and you snap out of it, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm a little tired right now, or like I'm out. Like
yeah. So I'll tell you what I would do. And I'm gonna say what I would do because I haven't been in a wrestling match with my new skills, right? My new Jedi skills. But all I would do in the middle of the wrestling match would quiet your mind. Boom. Like I've got my body trained so much over the last 4 years lifting weights now. As soon as I said quiet in my mind, I totally lost my train of thought. And I had to go grab it real quickly, or I'd have been asking you what we talking about. Right? Because when I say quiet my mind, it's quiet. Like, there's nothing in there. Like, I'm looking at a butterfly. I don't know. Like, I'm just kind of, there's nothing in the thought process. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So, but here's what I'm going to tell you. What do you think I'm going to tell you to do?
Talk to my coaches and
talk to the dudes that got world championships.
Yeah.
And see what they're doing and emulate what they're doing. See, that's the hardest thing. You've already come 95% of the problem, right? You've come 95% because 95% of the people don't have access to the dudes you have access to. So they trying to be world champions, but they're not in the room that you in. So they don't have the access, right? Like, I've been watching a ton of Iranian wrestling. And you watch those videos, and they got 70-year-old world champions in them rooms.
Yeah.
Wrestling with the little kids, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I understand why they're so good. Because when that 4-year-old has his hand like this instead of like that world champ, hang on, Morgan, come here, man. Hey, put your hand like this.
They see that.
And that 4-year-old says, ooh, hand goes like this. Right? But they don't even really wrestle with little kids. Like, at 4, they doing flips, back flips, front flips. Like, they just, like, I've taken so much from them on an athletic, because their whole process to 6 is athletic development.
Yep.
Right? Yep. So, but when you look at it, like, there's a reason they're really good. They just got world champions, right? Okay. Same thing with the Russians, the Uzbekistans, right? All the Uzbeks, right? Like that's big in their culture, one. But really, the thing is, they got so much corporate knowledge that they're able to skip 95% of the process and go right to what works and what's effective. Same thing for you. You're already at that 95%. Now you got to tap into it, humble yourself, go to them and ask questions, and then try to emulate them. Right? Like Miles Martin's pretty good, but he hadn't won nothing on the world scene, right? No. So like, but you got Kyle Snyder, you got your coach, you got enough people, and then shit, hey man, get in your car and drive to Penn State. It's like 6 hours from you, right? 7 hours?
Yep.
Make that run for greatness. Kyle, can I sleep on your couch? Go to Walmart, $7.95, you get an air mattress. It sleeps just as good as a bed.
Yep.
Okay. All right, what else you got, Morgan? Anything else, bud?
No, thank you so much. Appreciate everything.
Thank you for letting me record it on Zoom, man. I appreciate it because I think this is gonna be a banger right here. Just to get people to understand, like, there's so much more to winning than, just the actual match itself. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Hey, man, if you need anything, you got my phone number, dog. I'm always here to help USA Wrestling, period. Are you Samoan?
Fijian.
Okay, because I'm about to give you some Samoan and shit. I grew up with 3 of them, so. But I don't know no Fiji, so you good.
You're from the Northwest, you know we're all out there.
Yeah, but I say like Talofa, Fasafua. I would say the bad word, but I'm doing really good on curbing my words on Zoom so I can actually use the content. So, all right, man, look, spend the next 6 months grinding on your physical rehab, right? But I want you to take that 6 months. I want you to really grind on your mental aspect of the game so that when you come out of that 6 months, you can make a quantum leap. Okay? And if at some point you get tired of the process, just realize you're going to be a Navy SEAL tomorrow. You got your college degree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You be a Navy SEAL officer tomorrow because you're a wrestler. And we walk through training.
Oh, man. Don't get me hyped up like that.
Bro, I'm just telling you the truth, man. Like that, dog, that's what I do.
Yeah.
Like I got a blueprint, and I put people in the blueprint. They come out the other end. I got the captain of our baseball team is graduating in 2 weeks. Right? He's told 2 years ago, I won't be Navy SEAL. All right, let's go. He listened, applied what I said, boom. He's graduating in 2 weeks, going to a SEAL team on the East Coast. Okay? You're a wrestler, dude. I can take any wrestler out there and make them Navy SEAL overnight. Because it's the same skills you learn in wrestling. You're just going to learn, instead of a single leg takedown, you're going to learn how to, unfoul your scuba gear. Instead of a, head and arm or a Jap whizzer, you're going to learn how to rappel out of a helicopter faster. Same skills, just different translation. All right, I put that germ in your ear. I put that little seed in your head right now. But go get your world title and then come make some magic.
Absolutely.
All right, Morgan, kick butt. You got my phone number. You need anything, give me a ring, bud.
Thanks, Jake. Appreciate it so much.
Hey, man, my pleasure, man. Kick butt for the USA, baby. The red, white, and blue.
Absolutely.
Okay? All right, man.